Hey, I'm Rob from JestaThaRogue.com and I'm going to show you how to play The Great Split. This is a game for 2 to 7 players, plays in about 45 minutes. It's designed by Helmar Hack and Lorenzo Silva and is published by Horrible Guild. Players are wealthy patrons at an exclusive gala night. Use cards to build the best collection of valuables by exchanging them to allow you to move up on 10 different tracks that have different ways to earn prestige. And the players with the most prestige after 6 rounds of passing cards and 3 rounds of scoring will win the game. So why not leave a great comment and remember to subscribe before you split. For setup, give each player a player board, a set of 12 cubes in 7 colours and a wallet and a splitter card. Use the one matching the colour on the wallet. Make sure players get the wallet and splitter card that matches the colour and pattern on this little triangle on the player board. It can help to remember whose wallet is whose. Okay, let's get those cubes on the board. The white ones go on the 0 space of the prestige track and 0 space of the plus 100 track in the bottom left. The purple cube goes on the left of the tome track at the top. The brown cube goes on the left of the next one down, the artwork track. The blue cube and the green cube go on the left of the appropriately coloured topaz track and emerald track. The yellow cube goes on the left of the gold track. The remaining 5 silver cubes go on the left of all 5 seal tracks. Shuffle the character tiles and give one randomly to each player. For each symbol shown in the top left of the character card, advance on that track. For example, this character moves up 1 space on the artwork track, 1 space on the tomes track, and 1 each on the brown and purple seal tracks. That's the player setup complete. Now place the central board in the middle of the table. Put the market tracker with the arrow under the number 10 pointing at 0 on the art market. It should snuggle in nicely in the left of the recess. Shuffle the 4 scoring tokens and put them face up on their spaces. Don't worry, that one is supposed to be blank. Shuffle the market tiles face down. Randomly pick 6 of the 9 and place them face down on their spaces on the board. Return the rest of the box without looking at them. Put the round marker on round 1 on the left. Shuffle these cards into 3 decks based on their level. The 3 levels have a little Roman numeral in the top right and they mostly have that number of symbols on the card. Deal 4 cards from level 1 to each player and return the rest of the level 1 cards to the box. Put the level 2 and level 3 decks in their spaces on the main board. Okay, on to gameplay, which is made up of 6 rounds, each of 5 really short phases. Phase 1 is deal. Deal 1 card to each player from the current deck. This is shown above the round marker. In rounds 1 to 3 this is from the level 2, and in 4 to 6 from level 3. Then players discard down to the maximum hand size for the current round. This is also shown above the round marker and is between 5 and 7 depending on the round. There is an area to the right of the board designated as the discard pile. And as the owner of this game, I appeal to each and every one of you to be the player that sorts this into the 3 different level piles at the end of the game. Be a star. Phase 2 is the split, and at this point in round 1 you should have 6 cards, 4 from level 1, 1 from level 2 and the splitter card. Players split their cards into 2 groups in any way they choose, separated by the splitter card, and put them in the wallet. And when everyone is finished you pass your wallet to the player on your left and you receive one from the player on your right. Open the wallet you received, choose either half of the split and put the other half back in the wallet with the splitter card. And when everyone has selected, pass the wallet back to the player on your right and receive your wallet back from the player on your left. Now add those cards that you took from your original returning wallet, including the splitter card, to the cards you took from the envelope you were passed. This could mean you have more or less than the 6 cards you started with. The next step is resolution. One by one, players reveal a card and move up on the relevant track by the number of symbols shown. By one, I mean 1 card at a time. All players can do this simultaneously. These stars are prestige and move the prestige marker around the outside of the board. The top 4 tracks are moved by their relevant symbol. The 5 seal tracks at the bottom work in a similar way but are slightly different. There are 3 types of seal symbols. This one moves you up on either the purple or brown track, the 2 on the left. This one moves you up on the blue, green or yellow tracks, the 3 on the right. To help, the 2 tracks on the left have a diamond seal and the 3 on the right have a square seal. For cards with multiple seals you can move 1 space on any relevant track per seal. For example, this one has 2 seals so you'll be able to move up 2 spaces on 1 track or 1 space each on 2 different tracks. These stars are a wild card and allow you to move up on any seal track. Finally, the splitter card allows you to move 1 space on any track each round, including any of the seal tracks or even the prestige track. Instead of using a card to move for its chosen ability, you can play it face down to sell it, which means you can move either on the gold track or the prestige track. There is a reminder of this on the player board. Some of the spaces have instant effects you activate as soon as you move onto them. On the gold track, these double arrow spaces allow you to move 2 spaces on any other single track, not the gold track itself. And just like the splitter card, this allows you to move on the prestige track or the seal tracks. On the seal tracks, the symbols with the arrow allow you to move up 1 space on the matching track when you move onto them. While we're here, I'll just say now that the prestige symbol under the tome track, The other symbols on the top 5 tracks and the stars under the seals track are used for mid-game and end-game scoring. Next is the market step. Reveal the market token for the current round and move the market slider that many spaces to the right. It will move 0 to 4 spaces and should always be a total of the revealed market tokens so far. Good to know in case someone catches it with their sleeve or something. Finally, step 5 is to end the round. Advance the round marker 1 space right. Those 2 gold lines are scoring lines. If the round marker does not pass a scoring line, gather the cards you played this turn and start a new round. If it does pass a scoring line, obviously now you'll do some mid-game scoring. You'll only score the 2 tokens that were placed on the line you crossed. For tome scoring, you score the furthest right prestige value you are on or past. For example, on this space you will score 6 prestige. For artwork scoring, score for your position on the artwork track in relation to the slider using the teeny tiny numbers on the artwork track. For example, this player is on 6. Checking the slider, we can see that 6 is currently worth 0 points. Unlucky. For gem scoring, score the value of your lowest value gem twice. Using the tiny numbers again, look for the lowest one, in this case the green 3, and score it twice, so 6 prestige. After the 6th round, the game ends and you perform final endgame scoring. This is shown on the main board. You score tome artwork and gems again in the same way you score mid-game scoring. The final part is the contract scoring. Count contracts reached or passed on each of the 5 tracks. Also add any matching symbols on the bottom of your character tile. Then times the number of symbols by the number of star icons on the rightmost banner reached or passed under the relevant seal track. Now that's going to need clearing up, so here's an example for one of those tracks. This player is on the 4th tome symbol on the tome track. You can see the 3 they've passed already and their cube is currently on the 4th one. They add the tome symbol on their character card for a total of 5 tome symbols. They are past the 2-star banner on the tome seal track, so 5 times 2 is 10 prestige. All players do that for each of the 5 seal tracks, and the players with the most prestige are the winners. No tiebreakers in this game, you split the win. Okay, let's look at the very minor and barely worth mentioning changes for the 2-player game. During setup, don't return the level 1 cards to the box, keep them nearby. When dealing cards each round, also deal 1 additional card from the previous level, so when dealing a level 2 card, you'll add an additional level 1 card. And the rest of it is exactly the same, and that's how you play the Great Split. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when a new video goes live. You can follow me on Insta, Twitch and YouTube at Jesta ThaRogue and find the blog at JestaThaRogue.com. I've been Rob aka Jesta ThaRogue, and I'll see you soon.